We're back. Are you still there? I hope you are. Hope you're still listening to your breath. Not sure what happened there, but we will keep going. So we're noticing the rising and falling of our chest. You might even start to notice the rising and falling of your diaphragm if you're tuned into that. Now that you've been here for a few breaths and you've really been able to notice a rhythm for yourself, now I want you to start to count. And what I mean by this, I want you to not necessarily count out loud, although you can if you want to. But what I mean is, as you're inhaling, I want you to just count to a number, the number that you reach when you get to the top of your breath. Now, this can be at any pace or rate, so you can count real fast if you want, or you can count slow. It doesn't matter. The point is that I want you to notice the number that you hit when you get to the top of your breath. So let's try it together. And then you're exhaling. So try that 2 or 3 times and just, again, notice that number. And the number may increase as you start to feel a little more relaxed and a little more comfortable with this. So that if you started out reaching number 4 or 5, now you might get to 5 or 6, but there is no right answer here. So try it again, maybe 1 or 2 more times. And now, whatever that number was, just file it away in your memory. Now I want you to also count your exhale. So as you are taking that, letting that breath out and letting it flow from your lungs, I want you to count and just notice what number you reach. So again, try it a couple times so you can start to see a pattern here. Good. Now, I want you to ask yourself, was the number that you reached on your exhale the same, different, higher, lower than the number that you reached on your inhale? So again, there's no right or wrong answer, but I want you to notice. From my experience in my own body and from working with other people, people's exhales tend to be shorter than their inhales. Like I said at the beginning, there is a lot of focus on wide, big, expansive breaths, not as much focus on letting it all out. And what I find I'm definitely guilty of, and I'm sure many others as well, is that we're in such a hurry to get to that inhale that as we're exhaling, we don't let everything go before we re-up again. So it's really important to actually let your breath all go. Let every last drop of your breath leave your lungs. This gives your lungs a moment to actually pause and rest. If we're constantly just, okay, time to breathe again, up we go, then we never get that actual full moment of rest. And that is incredibly important for stimulating that vagus nerve that we talked about, which will then in turn calm your nervous system. So try it again a couple of times, and this time I want you to either shoot for the same number on the inhale and exhale, or if you can, go even further with the exhale. So maybe try one number higher. So if you're inhaling to 5, exhale to 6. See how that goes. Try that 2 or 3 times. I'll do it with you. We're all doing this, of course, on our own time. And it may not be as easy as you think, maybe more challenging than you realize. So this is something that I want you to think about anytime you are starting to feel stressed. You can also practice this. A good time to practice things like this I found is at red lights. Instead of looking down at your phone at a red light, practice your breathing. See if you can exhale all the way. See if you can make your exhale longer than your inhale. See if you feel the calm that that produces in your body. We're going to continue with a little bit more breathing here, and now I want you to let the numbers go. So no more numbers, no more counting. You've already established a rhythm for yourself. So chances are you're going to keep going with that same number on your inhale and exhale, even though we're not counting. So now what I want us to do is start to focus on the location of the breath in the body. And this is where your Yamana ball will come in handy. And you can use any ball. I'm probably, for this exercise, I am probably going to lie down and I'm going to use the small black ball. But you could use a larger ball, especially if you're doing this against a wall. A large ball could be really effective. And if you don't have a Yamana ball, I am going to encourage you to try something like a soft pillow. If you have another kind of ball, like a tennis ball or a pinky ball, or maybe some like yoga tune-up ball, something like that, you can try it with that as well. But if you find that you are not able to relax into the ball, then I want you to toss the ball aside and use just a pillow, because a lot of times these sort of like pinky balls, sports balls, any kind of hard ball without that necessary give, your body can't relax into it, and that will defeat the whole purpose of this exercise. So you can try that if you want, if you have it handy, but you might also want to have like a pillow, or even I found like a small book can really be helpful with this, placing a book in different parts of the body. So I'm going to lie down now, and you can do the same, or you can continue to sit. I'll give you a couple of different options as we go. Oh, this is so weird because the video of me is reversed from what I'm actually doing. So a little disorienting there. Okay, so lying down for me, I'm going to lie on my back, and I'm really going to, once again, tap back into that weightedness, that sense of support from the surface underneath me. Really being grateful to gravity right now that I am sort of pinned to the earth and I'm not just floating off into the abyss. So now I want you to kind of take a little mental scan of your body and notice for yourself what is feeling the most tight, or maybe a little cranky, or maybe it's not even cranky or tight, it's just you're aware of it. Whatever it is, pick a place in your body that you're fairly aware of. For me right now, I'm feeling a little bit of just like need, a feeling of wanting attention, sort of right under my left sit bone. So I'm going to place the ball under my left sit bone. And I'm going to just lie here for a minute, and I'm going to keep going with this breathing, this nice, slow, rhythmic breath, feeling full inhales, full exhales. And now I'm going to try to channel my breath to the ball. Now in this case, the ball is fairly far from my lungs, right? So this might seem a little abstract to you, like how am I going to breathe into a ball so far away from my lungs? But it's actually quite possible. And a way that you can get there, and I've talked, if you've worked with me, you've heard me talk about this a million times. The way that you can get there is to sort of look for the ball with your breath. And by that I mean imagine that you are going to expand to the ball. An image that might help you do this is imagining that you're going to inflate the ball with your inhalation. So as you take that breath in, as if the ball were a balloon, you want to fill the balloon with air. So you can do that anywhere in your body, not necessarily just right around your lungs. So here I go. I'm going to take a breath. And I'm feeling it, there it is. I'm feeling it travel all the way down until it finally reaches this point, and I feel a sense of sort of like a floating sensation in my leg as the ball, quote unquote, fills with my breath. I'm gonna try that a couple more times. You might not have the ball here. Chances are you don't. Your ball could be up here. Here, I'll show you another example. You could try the ball under your shoulder blade, for example, or even maybe right between the shoulder blades. This is a little bit closer to this lung and diaphragm area, so it might be a little easier to sense that, especially if this concept is new to you. So I'm going to find the ball with my back. How am I going to do that? I'm going to imagine that as I inhale, I'm inflating the ball, and as I exhale, all my weight is dropping as I deflate. An image that I love when I'm thinking of deflating is the image of the parachute in gym class. Everyone remembers that, right? When we were kids, and in gym you would billow up the parachute and it would just float back down. So on the exhale, you are floating back down. So try this 2 or 3 more times. After about 2 or 3 breaths at each point, we're going to try the ball in a new spot. You can certainly turn around and do a different position. So I'll show you an example of the ball in the front. This is going to be a really clear one because it's right by my lungs, right? So I'm going to put the ball right there in front, right by my lungs. I'm just going to rest my head comfortably. I can make a pillow out of my hands. I could place a pillow under my head if I wanted to. Whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to take a breath in. And I'm going to find the ball with my breath. There it is. And just when I find it, I'm ready to deflate. And as I deflate, just like that parachute, everything all at once is dropping with gravity, dropping with my body weight. So I want you to try this a couple more times. If you're in a place where you're really loving the ball or the object that you're using, keep it there for a few more breaths. If you want to experiment with some other spots, go for it. I'll try something in my belly now. So this will be, I think I'm on my 4th spot now. So I'm just going to relax. I'm going to feel my belly expand. I want you to go to see the ball.
I'm going to expand my belly. I'm searching for the ball with my breath. Good. And give yourself, let's say, 3 more good breaths, either in the same place that you're currently working or in a different spot. And I will be quiet for a minute so that you can focus. Make this your grand finale, your swan song. Okay, so if you're working with a ball, go ahead and remove the ball from wherever it is, or any object. If you're working with a pillow or a book, go ahead and remove it. If you're lying down and you want to stay lying down, that's great, stay that way. If you are seated and you want to kind of open your eyes, bring your awareness back to the space around you, start to notice some details, start to tap into your other senses. What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you see? All those things. And I want you to now take another little inventory of your body. I want you now to try to think back and remember how you felt about 15, 20 minutes ago and how you feel now. I want you to take a couple breaths and notice, is it easier? Do you feel like you can breathe more freely, more deeply? Are you able to feel that expansion that we talked about? I hope that you are. If you're not and you have questions, type away, or you can contact me in numerous ways. So if you have any questions about this, you can call me, text me, email me, Facebook message me, post in the group. Actually, let's go ahead and say that would be the best thing to do, because I really want this group to be interactive. I want us to support each other. So if you have questions or comments on this video, post them and I will be more than happy to share my thoughts with you. So it's time now for us to kind of rejoin the day and rejoin the world. But before I go, I want to let you know that one topic that everyone is super interested in, which is no surprise to me, tech neck. Who has tech neck? Everybody, right? We all do. It's the 21st century. We all are glued to our gadgets. I'm totally guilty of this. If it's not our phone, it's our tablet or our laptop. We just have all turned into this. So we all have issues with tech neck. We're working from home. We don't have good ergonomics necessarily in our workspace. So I want to share with you that October, I think it's the 5th, that first full week in October, I'll be letting you know a lot before the time comes, so I'll get the exact dates for you. But that week of October 5th through 9th, I think it is, I will be doing every single day a free Check Your Tech Neck workshop. And we will be meeting at noon every day to focus on our tech neck, to learn routines, and to educate our body to combat tech neck. So I really want to help everyone that is dealing with the painful issue of tech neck, and I will be letting you know in great detail what to expect as we get closer. And I hope that it's something that you can share with your friends and family as well. So again, coming up at the beginning of October, it's going to be a free 5-day Check Your Tech Neck workshop, and I can't wait for it. I will be sharing more detail about it as we get closer. So that wraps us up for today. Like I said, questions, comments, feedback, concerns, whatever it is, let me know. And I will be back next Thursday with another topic yet to be determined. I might make another poll, or I might just go back to our old poll and see. But feel free at any time to make requests within the group. You can just make a post. I'd like to see this at the next Focus Mini. So whatever it is, let me know. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Have a great week and a great holiday weekend.